welcome to Jacob's Quest, and tonight I just finished watching episode 8 of Gen V, the boys spinoff, and this is the season finale of the show. And it definitely ended in a way I did not expect it to. Alright, so let's just go into it. So, we ended with Dean Shetty being told by Kate to kill herself in front of the other kids, and Kate kind of goes on this super villain monologue about how, like, oh, I'm gonna, we're gonna kill everyone in the woods, we're gonna free everybody, we're gonna punish the humans for, because we're better than humans. And Sam agrees. And basically what we have now is that Kate and Sam go on a rampage along with the students that they have freed from the woods, and just start murdering every single human that they can find. And so now it's up to Marie and Emma and Jordan Lee and sorry, I'm blanking on the other name. But it's up to them to now stop the rampage. And they even kind of like have a group together, and they're like, all right, Guardians of Gewalton, right? They even like give themselves the name, and they try to work together to talk to Kate and talk to Sam. And we do learn a couple things here. First, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. The guy whose dad is Polarity. So he was having a seizure last episode, and now he's in the hospital, and we learned that using their powers is actually causing brain damage. So that's gonna be something that he's gonna have to grapple with long term. That sucks. And Emma possibly can control her powers by either distress or being really sad, and she gets small because she didn't throw up. She got in a fight with Sam, and she was trying to calm Sam down, and he ended up not listening to her, and they kind of essentially broke up because he's like, I'm going to continue my rampage now. And she was small, and she didn't have to throw up to do it. So I guess she has other ways of controlling her powers. So that'll definitely come into play at some point. But yeah, for the most part, this was just everyone trying to stop the madness that was going on, and we got a lot of great deaths in this episode. And we even have like the Ashley, the head of VOT, and whoever else, the board members. They're all there at the school. They were waiting on Dean Shetty. She never showed up because obviously she had died. And so this rampage starts, and they're all waiting to be rescued, and they offer a part in the 7 to whoever can stop all the rampaging people. They call Marie, and they like, hey, if you help us, you get a membership in the 7. So Marie was already doing that. She didn't like accept that offer and be like, oh yeah, I want to be in the 7, so she's just doing it because it's the right thing to do, try and stop Kate and all the craziness. And yeah, we get some interesting way of ending this. So Marie ends up exploding Kate's arm, so like at least that's one less arm that she can use to control people. And then Homelander shows up. They had called in Homelander trying to rescue them. Ashley did. They called in Homelander, which is his first like real appearance in this show. And for some reason, I don't know if it's because he saw Marie explode Kate's arm and he assumed that she was the one on the rampage. I don't know if that's exactly what was going on, but he's like, what kind of monster are you, attacking one of your own kind? And then he laser beams her, but instead of dying, she somehow has survived, and we'll get to that in a second. But we cut to news, our Tucker Carlson stand-in, where he's like, the real Guardians of Godolkin, which was Sam and Kate, the ones who started the rampage, they're being credited as saving the school from the other 4 kids. Basically, so for some reason, they're taking the blame for everything that happened. It's still not entirely clear exactly why this is the decision being made, because the Ashley and the other people from VOT, they called Marie directly and asked her for help, and Marie was helping. So I don't understand why. First, I don't understand why Homelander assumed that Marie was the villain here. And also, I don't know why Vought would go along with this. Why they would, oh yeah, let's let the people who want to kill all humans, including us, actively tried to kill us, the heads of Vought. Let's let them take the hero role, in the narrative that we're spinning here. I really don't understand it. We don't get any kind of explanation, but Homelander's there watching the TV and he's all happy about it. And of course, Marie and the other kids, they wake up in a white hospital looking room with no doors and no windows. So they appear to be trapped somewhere, probably another woods type facility where they'll probably be experimented on or held prisoner for some reason. But yeah, very unclear where you go from here, because of course, we still have Victoria Newman still has the virus and she was looking out for Marie, but how much pull does she have in this situation to get her out of this? I'm assuming that's a factor. But yeah, why would Vought go along with the narrative that those other two saved the day and Marie and her friends were the attackers? Why would they go along with that? I don't really understand, because if anything, those other two are they're gonna have to put them in prison too, right? Because it's not like they stopped their rampage. They were still mid rampage and Homelander just decided to show up. So I don't know why Vought would be cool with them being the heroes of this situation. I do feel like I'm gonna need a little bit more explanation. Something else that happens in the mid credits of the show, Billy Butcher shows up and he's in the woods facility and all the lights are off and it looks like it's still abandoned and run down. So at some point Billy shows up and he's seeing all this, and of course he says his catchphrase. So the interesting thing is that it does feel like this is gonna more directly tie into the next season of The Boys than I had thought. I thought that some elements like the virus were definitely gonna play a part, but having both Homelander and Billy Butcher show up here in this last episode, it feels like a much more direct continuation, in the sense of next season of The Boys, there might be, they might have to catch people up who didn't watch this show because they're oh, by the way, this whole thing with the woods happened and the college, and it's gonna be a thing that they're gonna have to summarize if you didn't watch this show. So very interesting. But yeah, ultimately, I do feel like the ending here was just a little rushed. Sam being obviously he was always angry that they held him captive and he was experimented on, but for him to just go on this brutal rampage and then completely reject Emma and when she tries to calm him down, and then I don't know, it felt like such a quick turn to the dark side. And obviously he's not a mentally stable person, but I don't know, he went from being this pretty naive, innocent type guy who would have when he's defending himself, he would go on these rampages, but now he's just evil, and it was kind of weird. I was so he's just full evil now? That's interesting. I know we had a little bit of he's kind of falling in with the wrong crowd last episode, but that was one day. Not even full 24 hours had passed and now he's fully evil. I don't know. It felt really sudden. And also, I've mentioned, I don't see why the heads of Vought, who were about to be killed by Kate and Sam, would go along with this narrative against Marie and her friends. If anything, let them be the heroes that they actually were. But I don't know, hopefully we get some kind of explanation next time this story picks up, whether that's in a season 2 of this show or if that's in The Boys itself, because yeah, I'm very curious as to why that would be the play, because I don't know if that fully makes sense to me. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this show. A lot of interesting things happened, a lot of developments and expansion of the boys' world. But yeah, I wish we had more episodes, because I'm like, I needed explanations. I got questions now as to why this ended up ending the way it did. But yeah, other than it feeling kind of rushed, I'm still satisfied with the ending. It definitely left me wanting more. So let me know what you guys think about Gen V. Was it a worthy spinoff of The Boys? Do you think people who did not watch this show are gonna be a little lost when now there's a virus and there was like a college campus attack and Homelander and Billy Butcher are walking around this place for some reason? Like, I feel like, that might be something that, like, I hope I hope most people who watched The Boys ended up watching this. I don't know if everyone did, but maybe this will get them to change their mind and come back and watch it. So who knows? Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.